going to be a brief discussion on our closing sheets that I use for my unit. I had developed these closing sheets based off of the experiences of the past and what I learned from some of the best directors in our company. The first thing I would like to show you is on the right here, this one right here. These are sheets that when you cut them, you're going to cut around them that will lay under your clear trays in all of your mirrors and trays. Those were developed so that, like, when you squirt out the product in the holes, as possibly if you're a new consultant, or even if you're not a new consultant, after you squirt it out of the jar, sometimes you forget where you put your squirts of product. So with this in mind, they have some brief explanations of where you should put the products. Now these can be changed, and you can change what you put in the spots, but it's a basic template that will go under the clear trays. So when you receive these, you're going to be cutting them out to slide under the clear trays, which are in your starter kit. Now, what I will explain to you is we do have 4 different skincares. Okay, of course, we have the TimeWise. This is the TimeWise skincare. This is the TimeWise template that will go under the tray, and then this is the matching TimeWise closing sheet that you'll use 2 times throughout your presentation. You're going to use it on page 22 of your flip chart when you close about halfway through your skincare class, where you're going to just stop and explain what skincare that you have showed them that day, so that you don't wait to the end and just bombard them. But it's totally fine midway through the flip chart on page 22 to pull this out, and you can either circle or do whatever you want to do to explain it. Okay, and then you go on to doing the class, and then you point out at the end that you now have put on the complete collection on them. But these would be the sheets for the normal TimeWise skincare. Now, what we have done is we have learned to put them on colored paper. The pink, I would have you put on colored paper. Okay, we use pink because, of course, pink is the main color, Mary Kay, and that is our main skincare that you are showing. So if I was you, I would take these 2 templates that are on white, and I would put them on pink. And that will allow you to be very color coordinated, so that when you know that you have this pink template under the tray, that when you go to close that woman, you are going to grab a pink closing sheet, because that will represent your TimeWise skincare. So it even keeps it very simple when you're in a group setting, that when you look around the room and you see the different colored templates under the mirrors and trays, that you can identify quickly that she is a TimeWise woman. So that would be the pink TimeWise skincare template and closing sheet. Okay, then you're going to go on to take our Clearproof line, and you will also get a template, an original copy in the plain white like this. Then for the Clearproof line, because it is a green line on the box, is why we do this, we have picked the color green. Okay, this would be what the Clearproof template would look like, that you'd put under the mirroring tray, so that you would know that you're doing a Clearproof skincare. And then this would be the matching green closing sheet, that when you are trying to close the woman or talk to her about buying or selling, and then you will be using the green sheet, so it's all color coordinated. Same with the repair line. The repair line, you will get a plain white template, so you can make clear copies, and you're going to put those on this, either a lavender, a sheet looks like this, a lavender one, because if you notice our TimeWise repair, there is a little bit of a lavender look to the box, so that is why we picked that color, and that would show the different sets in the TimeWise repair set. And the last line, the last skincare line that we use, we just have, it will stay plain white. It is our botanical line, and that is because our botanical line pretty much is in white boxes, and the jars are pretty much white. That's why we leave the botanical on white. So that one would be staying on white. Now, the object of this is, of course, to be color coordinated, so that you can quickly identify what kind of skincare user you are doing by looking around the room. And even if you let's say you do a class, you get forgetful, and if you're new, you might not kind of know what's happening, but see, you're going to have the purple, the white, the green, and the pink. Now, if I was closing somebody midway through the class, you would see me, after we do the skincare, right after you do the foundation, on page 22, I will pull out their closing sheet, and I will grab a pen. and I will go to explain, this is the skincare you have, and I would point to it. This is the skincare. This is the cleanser, the moisturizer, and foundation. Now, let's say you did the Miracle Set with her. If she was a Miracle Set woman, you would say, this is your Miracle Set that we have on your face right now. And I am known to just say right there. Okay? And she's very clear that here's where we're at with her skincare. Okay? So that's kind of how you do it with that. Then I leave it lay there through the rest of the presentation, and we go on to add to the glamour. And then when we get done at the end of the class, at the tail end, where you're on page 35 of your flip chart, you will tell them to refer back to this sheet. And then you will go on to say, here is our skincare. Remember, that was with, if you prefer it, without the day-night, with the wrinkle. And then you say, this is if you want the Miracle Set, which does include the age fighting. And then you would say, this is now the complete collection, what you have in your face now. And that's where you point out, once you've done their whole face, this is the complete collection. This is where then you can get out the roll-up bag, if you have one physically, and hold it up in the air and explain how great the roll-up bag is. And that's why you get one free in your inventory, as a gift from your inventory. And you can have that filled with either empty boxes, or you can have it filled with current product, but you're going to lay that across your table as a display. And if you have it there handy, you're going to hold it up and say, if she purchases the complete collection that day, she will get one of those bags free. Okay? And it tells you right on that it's a $35 value. Now, when you're talking to a woman too, there very well may be a woman who likes to start up here with just the skincare. But then there's a lot of a la carte down here. And then let's say she wants skincare and maybe just a lipstick. This is just a quick sheet to be able to have you start with whatever set she wants and add to or subtract. Because there might be something in a complete collection, if she would start here, that maybe she says, I never want mascara. You could quickly subtract mascara off that total and have her figure. Now, a closing sheet was designed to simplify at the end so no people aren't so confused. If you hand them a lookbook, with our lookbook, if you pass those out during the skincare class, there are so many products in there, you get so confused. And if she opens that book and starts looking through our lookbook, she won't even know where to start. Most women won't know where to start, and then it sends their mind going every direction away from just skincare and basic glamour. So these are the closing sheets that I like to use after I get done. Now, with this side over here, on the left-hand side, this is where, once you get done explaining the sets to them, you would say, I need you to fill this side out. And give them some time. And they will go over here and they will fill down this side. And it asks every question you should be asking about, would they possibly be interested in a Mary Kay career? They would answer one of those questions down there. They would check up here. You know, what would you like to take home with you today? And then if you're smart at the end, you're going to look at what their answers are quickly. And if she checks she wants the complete collection, let's say she checks that, you will then assume and look at her and say, okay, I see you want the complete collection today. So even if you're new, it just kind of guides you on what to say to the person, or it kind of gives you an idea of what they're thinking. Okay? And then here at the bottom, even on the same sheet, is a spot where you could ask for referrals. Now, you can either ask for referrals, like I told you, midway through your class, or if you possibly would forget, that is a spot even at the end where you say, you know what, get out your cell phone, and if you give me, fill all those lines up, or if you give me 5, 10, whatever you want to say, you will get a free gift from me if you put some names down there. Okay? However you want to say or what you ever want to offer. But that would be the time-wise skincare closing sheet. Okay? The botanical is just about the same, except it has the botanical line without foundation in case it'd be a real young girl, because botanical is known for younger people because it has no anti-aging. It then has a set with foundation, and then, of course, the complete collection. But the same questions are down this side over here. Okay? The time-wise repair, which would be the purple one. It just has, of course, the big skincare set for $227. And then if they add the glamour, this would be the complete collection for that set. Or they could go again, one more time, they could go back up here and take the skincare, but maybe just add 1 or 2 items out of our collection at the bottom, the a la carte. So that's how you close a repair woman. Okay? And then, of course, the clear proof line. Same theory applies. I mean, you have the skincare, you have it without foundation, just in case possibly there's a guy or a man that you're selling it to. That's why the foundation is out of this set. And of course, the complete collection again. But otherwise, pretty much the same theory on this. But what a closing sheet will help you do is just simplify. It will help simplify so their mind's not going every which way in all the products we have. It's aiming them at skincare and color cosmetics, and that's why I like these sheets. Now, there's no set in any of these in stone, so like that complete collection could be adjusted any way you want based on whatever she says, but it gives you a place to start at the end with trying to close out your customers. What you have to remember as you close out any sale is that you do want to close. I mean, there's nothing worse than if you set her down and you give her a great facial and you don't try and sell her anything. I'm a firm believer that most women, when they're done with a Mary Kay makeover, would like to get some of the products somehow. So it is your job then to sit down with them with a sheet and try and discuss what's best for them or what are they looking at. And then again, you can do, many different offers. They could have a skincare class or a party with you to get their products at a discount. They could possibly, and be a hostess, or they could possibly pay you half and pay the half in 2 weeks or whatever you would agree to, because as long as you take half, if they never paid you a dime, you would not lose yourself. You would lose your profit, but you wouldn't lose the actual money on the product. So that is the only way I usually discount the product, but it depends on who you're doing and who you trust and whatever. You can offer any kind of specials or any kind of, cutting the price in half for anybody like that and do it like a money payment plan if you choose to do that. So that is just a quick little overview on the closing sheets, but I have found that they will serve you very well. They decrease confusion and will increase your sales. So I hope that helps you.